Welcome to the Stirred Up Podcast, coming to you on YouTube Live. Coast to Coast Sports coming at you. We got the boys with me, and we gonna talk about the NFL Draft. We gonna talk about the NBA, and a little bit of everything else in between. So sit back and relax. Enjoy this episode coming to you from the pit. All right, let's get it started, y'all. Let's talk about this All-Star game because I didn't watch it, so I'm leaving that up to y'all to. Was that what Skip Bayless? Yeah, let's back up a little bit. Is that what Skip Bayless was talking about, Quail, when he said that? Too bad Steph couldn't make clutch shots like that in the playoffs because he, helped the West win the All-Star game. Is that what that was all about?
Well, he said that because he said LeBron wouldn't have won that championship when they went down 3-1. That's why he said it.
Yeah, I know that, but is that what he was referring to? Is because Steph made some clutch shots in the All-Star game? Are you there?
Uh-oh.
We lost you, Quail.
He was just making shots. I don't know if they were clutch shots. He just, was not just.
All right, Quail, your audio's a little choppy.
You're breaking. Yeah.
OJ, you there? Can't hear neither one of y'all. All right, Quail.
Quail left.
I'm here.
All right.
There you go.
Did you watch the All-Star game at all?
No, I didn't watch it at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Hello?
I didn't even.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
There?
Yeah, your audio's bad. You might need to move to another spot in the house. Anyway,
Yeah, service there. So, but he said he was.
all right, I guess we're gonna have to go on until Quell can get his audio fixed. But all right, OJ, why don't you touch on a little bit of this NFL draft for who's the top 5 picks, and do you agree with them?
The top 5 picks are Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, and Penny Sewell. As for the quarterbacks, I agree with that. I'm still kind of iffy on the Zach Wilson, why he's shooting up the boards like this, because I really didn't see him play all that much. He's a quarterback from BYU. Jamar Chase, he opted out, and he's projected to go as far as number 3, so that says a lot.
Woo. Yeah.
The Kyle Pitts is the one I spoke on it earlier. That's the one I'm intrigued about because I haven't seen a tight end go this high in a long time. And then Penny Sewell is the offensive lineman. He's the top offensive lineman.
Where's he from?
Oregon.
Okay. The one who I never heard of.
Yeah. Most projections got him going to Cincinnati, so I mean that's the right team for Joe Burrow. They need to give him some protection.
Mm-hmm.
But what y'all think about that?
I mean, I'm with you on the what you call it, high tight end pick. That's a little high for a tight end.
Yeah. I mean, he got Shannon Sharp endorsing him, so I mean, it's a lot of high praise on him. That's why I want to see this kid in action. You know, because like Shannon Sharp, he's the goat tight. He was the goat tight end before Grunt broke all his records. But that's saying a lot about this kid. So I just want to see him prove it on the field. You got any thoughts, Quell?
As far as tight ends go, I actually haven't seen the kid, so I don't know. I'm not gonna state anything on him. I know that a 2 tight end system is always has proven to be really lucrative in the NFL. So that's all I can say about that. Obviously, you could talk about the Patriots system and even the Vikings system when they had 2 decent tight ends previously. They made it deep in the playoffs. So having 2 tight ends, one that can, you have a blocking tight end. They both can block and they're versatile. They can catch the ball too when they, quick. So NFL is moving towards that where you have to be more versatile as a player coming in. But I haven't seen the kid to know much about him. But yeah, what I was saying before, Cliff, about Steph is he was just hitting that game. It wasn't like he was hitting clutch shots or anything. He was just on. And once he's on, there's no stopping his three-point shoot.
I don't think I agree a lot, very much. We'll come back to this draft stuff, OJ. I don't think I agree with the assessment that it would have took that ring away from LeBron because, I mean, if other people had stepped up, then maybe not. I mean, because, Draymond Green got suspended, but like OJ said, that was part of the game. Klay Thompson wasn't exactly blowing up the charts, even though he did it against OKC that same year. But, it's all part of the game, so I don't think Steph being off, it should be, I'm not saying blame, but I don't think it should say if he had been on, then LeBron wouldn't have that ring. Maybe not. We'll never know. He can't play a bunch of what ifs when it comes to past championships. But the bottom line is Steph's not the only one on that team.
True. They say it because he's supposed to be the number 1 player. And I got to look this up again, but they say Draymond says that Steph is better than LeBron. So.
I mean, I'm sure we could debate that all day.
I don't know about that.
But yeah.
I hate to say it, but I would have to go with LeBron on that one.
Oh, OJ. I figured you wouldn't do that. But anyway.
But we can go over this topic here. I mean, so the Lakers re-signed JaVale McGee, and they're looking to sign Drummond. But should they re-sign JaVale McGee? Since first off, their center is hurt right now.
Do they have a choice?
Gasol's hurt right now, and obviously Davis is hurt. They both are out. Choice? I mean, they got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, he's still with I think the Cavaliers. So the Cavaliers would have to release him. Another team would have to take his contract, and then that team would have to trade to the Lakers. Trade JaVale McGee to the Lakers, since they traded him at the beginning of the season. So is that, and then we can go over some of these transactions here. Let's see. Brooklyn Nets signed Iman Shumpert. Got him off the waiver listing, I guess. wherever he wasn't signing nobody at first. Obviously, Brooklyn signed Blake Griffin, but he's hurt at this point. Do y'all think that makes him like? Does that make the Nets better, Blake Griffin, or is he just over? Is he over the hill as far as skill goes?
Yeah, I remember what time SportsCenter they said the last time he dunked was in 2019. So yeah, I don't know. He never impressed me anyway.
Houston Rockets waived DeMarcus Cousins too, by the way.
Oh, they did? That's right.
Yeah, they waived that guy, so he's out of there. He just seems to not mesh with teams, you know? It just seems like they don't want him in the locker room. Even though he always wanted to play with his boy over there that came from Washington.
John Wall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
John Wall. Some other transactions here. Go ahead.
I just want to chime in about DeMarcus Cousins. I think it's his character issue. That's what that tells me. I mean, everywhere he goes, they let him go for one reason or another. Golden State said he didn't have no heart. Basically, you know, he was always hurt when he was with Golden State. So I don't know. That's something he got to work on.
And he's hurt, apparently. He got a sore heel and he hasn't played, so.
See what I mean?
Let's look at the notable injuries here.
So,
Kevin Love is out, your boy, your favorite player, Cliff. Kevin Love.
That's your favorite boy. I'd get hurt too on that team. They ain't going nowhere.
They rebuilding again. Andre Drummond is day to day, but you know that they just reserving him for draft picks. See some notables here. Jeff Green day to day. Kevin Durant's out still. Blake Griffin's day to day. Larry Nance Jr. is out for the Cavs, but we don't care about the Cavs. Millsap is out on the Nuggets. JaMychal Green. They got a lot of people out right now. Yeah, these games going back to back is not. These teams got a lot of injury. It's not doing. It's not conducive to the NBA players. Marcus Morris Sr. for the Clippers is day to day. Patrick Patterson is out. Alex Caruso, Mark Gasol, Anthony Davis for the Lakers. Avery Bradley for the Heat. Myers Leonard for the Heat, and Bam Adebayo is day to day. Joel Embiid is out. That's your boy, Cliff.
That is not my boy.
It's COVID protocol, so he's out for COVID protocol. Derrick Rose is out, your boy again, Cliff.
Why am I not surprised?
CJ McCollum, LaMarcus Aldridge day to day. And then we could talk about this non-related out injury here. It's not an injury, but it's out. It's not related injury, but it's this dude, that dude Leonard for the Heats. Leonard said that played for the Heat said a anti-Semitic slur. You heard about that? Miles
No, I
Leonard
didn't.
said a Semitic slur. While playing.
Oh,
a
I
video
did see
game.
that because somebody sent it. He posted a message to, who was it? Not Leonard, but Leonard's the one who did it. But I guess somebody else was Irish, so he said something back to him, or so. I seen a little bit of the exchange.
That was Edelman. He's Jewish. He wrote him a letter. Julian Edelman.
Wrote him a letter.
Yeah, they read it on ESPN.
He wrote him a letter talking crap.
No. It was talking to Leonard. He was saying that he knew he didn't mean what he said, but he also understood that he it wasn't his first time saying it, you know. But he also at the end of the letter he invited them to dinner so that they could sit down and talk, so that he can learn. Because he said he wanted to learn. I think Leonard, he didn't know that was hurtful or whatever he was saying. But,
going back to Durant, what is this injury that's kept him out for almost over a month? Because COVID protocol is only 2 weeks.
Well, maybe it's some. I think it's his hamstring, but let me double check, make sure, because I'm pretty sure that's what they said. It's been confirmed with Celtics, so after medical examining, hamstring ruled out. He got
those ain't nothing to mess with.
He averaging 29 points, 29, 7, and 5.
Man, and just think, when he come back, they already tearing people up.
Man. 29, 7, and 5. Goodness gracious. But yeah, he probably be out for a little while. I think they, maybe should be just giving him a break and go from there. Let's look at Jason Jones, Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin signed for the rest of the season. Amon Shumpert signed for a 10-day contract. Malik Beasley has a suspension of 12 games because he must have violated some protocol. And Jalen Adams is waived. Nobody cares about Jalen Adams. That's pretty much it for the transactions. The Clippers are not expected to trade Lou Williams. That was a rumor. They're going to keep that guy. And
hold on right there. I mean, what were they going to get for him? I mean, that would have been a serious mistake if they would have did something like that.
I mean, maybe they could have got an actual big man. Right.
Yeah, but you're gonna lose all that 3-point shooting. Plus his contributing onto the defense.
I mean, and your boy Ball is balling.
Yeah, he's a true. Melo look like he's a true.
He out here. That's what they say. That's how Alonzo is supposed to look. And Gordon Hayward looking like he might be on the trading block, maybe, but ain't nobody finna take that contract, $28.5 million. Not for Hayward weak self.
They should have never got him in the first place. We all know that.
Right. And Victor Oladipo and Kyle Lowry is on the trading block, looking how they going, because it looks like the Rockets are done and they're finna just reshape. They can let them go. They let go of.
I mean, they got rid of Harden and Westbrook at the same time. That's literally 50 points a game. So, did they really think that Oladipo and John Wall, who's been hurt the last 2.5 years, along with whatever they had left over, was really going to get the job done? I don't think so. So, I mean, I didn't think so when they did it. I thought they was in rebuilding process when they did both those transactions. So,
I mean, but when they brought in the center that they just released again, the center, we just talked about him, OJ. What's the center's name?
Cousins, right?
Cousins, yeah. Marcus Cousins. So they just let him go.
I mean, but this is all on the owner. I can't even say it's on the GM, but it's all on the owner letting Harden and players like Harden and Ezekiel Elliott and all them say you better trade or not. Well, Elliott didn't say trade me, but Harden said it. Who else played that card a couple of years ago that said that they wasn't going to play unless they got traded? But there's been a couple of them. So it's all about the owners giving them this control.
Yeah.
You signed the check at the end of the day. If you want to sit out, he ain't getting paid.
But then you run the risk of you not getting anything for him once he just leaves. All right.
What did they get for him though? Because anything that the Nets give him is going to be a low draft pick anyway, based on the fact that they already had Durant and OJ's boy Kyrie over there.
They should have ran a transaction with another team, or it should have been a bigger three-way type of trade with another team to get some more draft picks that are lucrative. I believe we went over the draft picks and we weren't impressed.
No, not at all. My question is, and I know what OJ feels about this, but to you, Goyle and Eric, when Durant comes back, is that going to help or hurt the Nets based on the fact that they're in a rhythm right now?
I mean, I think it'll help the Nets. Obviously, he'll just put up buckets. But
because you're getting average of 29 points a game coming back, so it's like, okay.
Points is one thing, chemistry is another.
True.
They do look at him to look. I talked about this previously. They just look at him to score the ball, and he's just such a good player that it's hard to get other players involved when you're that good offensively. You're just a walking bucket, so people get stuck looking at you, kind of like how they did Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. So, yeah, it's a little bit more difficult. That's the reason why Kevin Durant said that he went to the Warriors. They play like a team, learn how to win ball games. So
why did you leave?
He left because Draymond and because he wasn't getting the respect that he wanted.
So before I go off on you, were you just saying that Durant is the best player as it stands today, or were you literally saying that he was as good as Kobe and Jordan?
I was saying people get stuck looking at him, not that he was as good as him. Like he's an offensive juggernaut. Offensively,
right. I can agree with that.
He might be one. When it's all said and done, he may be the best offensive player to ever live. He can do everything because he's so tall. I mean, easy. Nobody can shoot. They can block his shot. You can't just guard the paint because he can just shoot threes. And then when you try to come out there on the 3-pointer and you try and put a big man on him like a center, he's too quick for a center. And then he just shoots over any little man. You try and bring out there.
That's a good argument and great points. We're not going to debate that one today, though. All right, OJ, let's back to this draft. Who has the number one pick? Is it Jacksonville?
Mm-hmm.
If you're Jacksonville, do you pick them, or do you roll the dice and go with what you got?
Well, they don't have nobody. Well, I shouldn't say that. The dude that they got at quarterback, he was a 7th round pick. So I mean, they need Trevor Lawrence. So I just said ended it like that. They're gonna take Trevor Lawrence. But after that, it's anybody's guess. That's what I'm saying. From two on down.
Well, we know he certainly better not fall to the Jets. So, because he already said he ain't playing.
Jets.
As for this tight end going to Cincinnati, I don't know. I guess that'd be the best pick for them, but with Burrow's probably not even coming back until mid-season. And what else do they have there to offset? I mean, because you got Burrow when he comes back. You got this tight end. Who do they got at receiver? Who's in the backfield? Their offensive line obviously ain't no good. Otherwise, Burrow wouldn't have got hurt in the first place. So,
well, as far as the tight end, they got him going to the Falcons.
Oh, I thought you said Cincinnati.
Cincinnati is taking an offensive lineman.
Okay. so they say, or is this Mel Kiper Jr.'s mock draft?
They're taking Penny Sewell.
Yeah, that's the
from Oregon.
Yeah, this mock that I'm looking at, I took a look at Todd McShay. I looked at the dude that Mel Kiper, and I looked at a couple of other different people. But these are the consensus players that they say are going to go in the top 10.
Mm-hmm. They got Trevor Lawrence, and you got Zach Wilson as number 2.
But okay. The caveat to that, they're saying that Carolina's going to trade with the Jets to go up to 2 to take Zach Wilson, and they got them falling down to 8 to take Justin Fields.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Who, the Jets?
Yeah, I see Justin Fields at the Carolina Panthers, but yeah, they could trade up and trade the picks.
If I was Carolina, I would take Justin Fields because, I think Teddy Bridgewater done ran his course.
Yeah, no, they said that they parting ways with Teddy Bridgewater. They say Justin Fields reminded them of Deshaun Watson.
What they should have did is not let Cam Newton go and let him work his kinks out and just left him there. But we already knew that wasn't going to happen with the coaching change. So, speaking of Deshaun Watson, is there any new trade rumors or what's going to happen with that? Because he's all but said he don't want to play in Houston no more.
Him go. If they were smart, they would not do that. But he has not shown up to practice apparently or something.
So is anything on the table, or is the owner still staying? They ain't trading him.
It says while pricey, Deshaun Watson would be San Francisco's favorite. They want him, but that's not going to happen. It's just a bunch of rumors. Right now, I'm not even paying any homage to any of these rumors because the Texans have stood strong on saying we're not trading this dude.
Well, that's what that's what they should have did with. I know it's not the same owner, but that's what the owner of the Rockets should have said.
Yeah, and they should have did that with DeAndre Hopkins. They should have said, "No, we ain't trading this dude." What? Why would we do that?
I don't think that was Hopkins though. I think that was the coach because they got into it.
The coach was a GM, and the owner should have stepped in and said no, just like the owner did for the Patriots. He said, "No, we ain't giving up Tom Brady." And won 2 more Super Bowls.
Yep. Because I'm not saying Hopkins was the end-all, be-all, but he definitely gave them a serious weapon on the team. Now, everybody leaving. Let's get to this, because we were talking about, I know you had a question, Quail, go back and grab it, because I'm not looking at my thing, what you wanted to talk about tonight. But let's go to this J.J. Watt thing that we were talking about in the chat. Eric, I'm going to bring you in on this one. He went to Arizona. Is Houston missing anything with him not being on the defensive line?
No. Yeah, I'm missing a darn thing. It's J.J. Watt. He hasn't been as, like you said. What? You said what, 4 years? He hadn't been there for 2 years? Something like that?
4 years because he's been hurt. Best ability is availability.
Right.
And he has been hurt.
That man has not impressed me.
And I'll say the same thing about LeVar Miller. He ain't did nothing ever since they won the Super Bowl. He got that max contract, and I can't say it the way I want to, but he ain't done jack since he got that money. OJ, what you think?
About JJ what?
That and what I said about Miller up in Denver.
Well, you talking about Von Miller?
As far as Von Miller, he's just old. That's why they're getting rid of him.
Well, he wasn't old when he won the Super Bowl and got all that money, and that was what, 4 years ago, right? Or am I?
But think about it. He's been on a steady decline since then.
Yeah, that was probably his best and only year. And because before that year, I didn't know who he was, and after that, I still don't know who he is. So
Now, Cliff, to be fair, it's hard for a defensive end to make a difference.
So you're trying to tell me Reggie White didn't play till he was almost 40 because he couldn't make a difference? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
On a whole team.
And Warren Sapp? I can keep on naming names.
For the whole team, though? You've had good organizations there though. You know, is Broncos really that good of an organization?
They're a decent organization, but
like,
I mean, Philly before Reggie White went to Green Bay, he was in Philadelphia, and I guess that was a good organization too. But I mean, I guess I can understand what you're saying. The whole offense or the whole defensive line has to be playing together as a whole. Maybe I guess to gel together, but. Number one, Von Miller's a linebacker anyway. But if we're talking about JJ Watt, I still think there's no to be fair for him. He just ain't been playing. Even when he wasn't hurt, he wasn't doing nothing.
No, I never really believed in JJ Watt. He should be a middle of the road paid player.
I don't know too much about his brother, but
he's all right, but he ain't blowing up the charts.
Well, T.J. Watt, he's the thing for Pittsburgh. Him and Bud Dupree, that's and Devin Bush. That linebacking core right there is what makes.
See, right there, OJ, you doing better than me because I can't name 3 people that even plays for Pittsburgh, whether it's on the offensive or defensive side of the
ball. Yeah, I mean that defense is solid. They need solid quarterback play.
Speaking of, since you brought up Pittsburgh, I'm glad you did. What's this thing with so is Roethlisberger going to make them cut him and pay him his money, or are they just going to keep him around to groom a youngster and do whatever? Because he seems intent on not retiring.
I know they restructured this deal for this year. I don't see him playing for the Patriots. I mean the Steelers after this year. I think they just gonna see how it goes.
I think we got another Drew Brees situation going on here. He don't know when to let go. I think that's what we got going on here.
For who?
Ben Roethlisberger. He just don't know when to say no. I mean, he's been. To be fair, Drew Brees was at least good for the last couple of years until this year. Ben Roethlisberger ain't been relevant to me since he won that Super Bowl. So
he's been all right. He just, he can't seal the deal. And
I guess he's okay because he threw the ball to Antonio Brown for 4 or 5 years. So, but
right.
It's the whole Brett Favre thing with him. I mean, for the last 4 or 5 years, he's been talking about he's gonna retire and then come back and play.
But the difference is Brett Favre was good all the way up until the day he retired. Even when he played for the Vikings, as much as I can't stand them, Brett Favre resurrected the Vikings. If New Orleans defense hadn't have been headhunting, I believe the Vikings actually would have went to the Super Bowl that year. And that's actually 1 year, and you ain't going to believe this, OJ, but that would have been 1 year that I'd have been rooting for the Vikings because I'm a Brett Favre fan. He was the Iron Man of all Iron Mans for the NFL. I don't care what anybody say. That dude played hurt. He didn't miss however many games it was. That dude was a crybaby, but he was a tough dude. That's the bottom line. I don't think anybody can disagree with what I just said, but I mean, they
I have no problem with what you just said.
Nope, me either. I mean, I didn't see Brett in his heyday, but yeah,
this dude made throws that were like Marino, Elway, and Montana combined. He'd be getting tackled by 3 people up in air, still flick his wrist and thread the needle. I mean, he was a Jameis Winston. He was a James Winston without the interceptions. He took them chances, and 9 times out of 10, he won.
Yeah, except that last play at the playoffs, he almost could have won that, but he just missed that last one. That kills me every time when he threw across his body and threw that pick.
Yeah,
and they could have just kicked the field goal. But yeah, no, he did do that. Even that last year he played for the Vikings. Remember he won that game against Kansas City? He threw that last minute. It was like a second left. Threw it up. Guy caught it in the back of the end zone. Game.
Yep. Brett Favre, he was a tough dude. Man. He used to get on my nerves every time they played the Bears because that dude would be down by 2 touchdowns with 3 minutes and bring them back and win. I'm like, dude, just sit down somewhere. Right. He was Captain Comeback of the 2000s. He really was.
Yeah, he wasn't messing around. I agree there. He wasn't. He wasn't something. He was tough to deal with. Put it like that.
Speaking of Winston, OJ, is him in New Orleans any close to a deal? Is he gonna exercise the free agent market?
I don't know. could look that up for us. But
What?
as far as I know, Jameis Winston's still gonna be their secret weapon. So
How's he gonna be a secret weapon? He only had a 1-year deal. I ain't seen him sign no contract.
that's what I'm just going based on what Peyton, what Peyton was talking about. He's the head man.
No, he's looked like he I don't know what this is, but unless I'm mistaken, current contract, Jameis signed a 4-year, $25 million contract. That can't be right, right?
That sounds like that's not even league minimum.
That's old. Yeah, no,
I was
not with the.
I was about to
Because
say.
with the Bucks, it says the Bucks, right?
Oh.
He's with the Saints now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he with New Orleans. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say much. It says he signed he fired his agent after that 1-year contract with the Saints.
Oh boy. All right, we're gonna move on. I want to touch on one more football thing, and then we're gonna move on to a little bit of baseball, and then check in on this March Madness.
What's up with my question, man?
Oh yeah, that too. So we'll come to that in a second because I want to ask y'all this while I'm remembering it. Your boy Russell Wilson said he wants to be in Seattle, but he's open to trade talks. What does that tell y'all?
He said he wanted to go to Dallas, but they just signed Dak. So,
I mean, it tells me he doesn't. He's telling somebody like, "Oh, I want to be in Seattle and play." And then I mean that tells me he doesn't want to play if he's talking like he wants to be traded. Like,
all right,
I'm
gonna say what I think, and Quail can look it up after I make this statement because I know I'm 99.99% that I'm right. He's probably saying it because he wants to stay loyal to Seattle, but the bottom line is he is the best underpaid quarterback right now. Everybody else, including Deshaun Watson, gets paid more than he is. No disrespect to Watson, but he ain't as good as Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Wilson do need to close the deal, but yeah, you're right.
They just paid Russ.
That was like 3 years ago. They didn't just pay him.
Let me see.
If I'm not mistaken, that extension was like 3 years ago, right? It was before his rookie contract even ended.
The cap hit. No. He had a $32 million deal, and they did just pay him. So he's getting a good amount of money. I think they got him till 2023.
I bet you he ain't making more than Kirk Cousins.
He is not.
Kirk Cousins made more money than most people.
He is not making more money than Kirk Cousins.
But you know what? I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan.
He was making $5 million in 2019. Then in 2020, he started making 18. In 2021 and 19, and then he got a bonus. He got a signing bonus of $13 million, so 32 total.
I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan, but I'm telling you, if I was a quarterback and I was coming into the NFL, I'm doing exactly what he did. They don't want to pay me. Okay, you got to franchise tag me for 3 years. After that, you can't franchise tag me no more. You ain't got nobody else you can pick up, so you got to give me the money. I don't like him, but I'm guaranteeing you, he did exactly what he did to put money in his pocket.
He milked the NFL.
Yes, he did. Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. All right, what was your question in the chat? I can't even remember.
Should quarterbacks take a
pay cut?
Pay cut like Tom Brady.
Say, yeah. Whoever want to say it, can say it.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead because I'm not looking at it.
Should quarterbacks take a pay cut like Tom Brady did in order to win a Super Bowl? Because let's look up Tom Brady's contract real quick. You guys can talk about it if y'all want.
And I reply, yeah. Like your boy Kirk Cousins.
Is this from a personal standpoint or from professional?
I'd say both, but my answer is the same for both.
Well,
but yeah, he's getting 15. I knew it. This dude is getting. Well, it's a bonus. But his base salary is $15 million. But he get, so but with an average salary of 25.
Well, I guess
Yeah, but
I guess he ain't getting no extra cheese at McDonald's then, huh?
No, he got all them incentives. That's what he got all them incentives in that contract though.
Yeah, he just worked it in like that.
Like he's not gonna do it.
He got a roster bonus of $10 million, and then he got a miscellaneous bonus of $3 million. So it does come out if he meets all of the,
What you
whatever.
mean if? This is Tom Brady we're talking about. Look, I'm not Tom Brady's fan club by any stretch of the measure, but you got to give that dude some credit. He didn't work through a couple of.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just.
Oh,
saying,
I know that, but yeah,
the Bucks did a good job, like restructuring his contract to where it looks like, they have enough salary, to sign more players instead of like just giving it all to him up front.
Yeah, and people seem to forget. You're talking about, well, Tom Brady's done, he don't get hit and this and that. He doesn't get hit because he makes quick decisions and he can still throw the ball downfield. But when he does get hit, Tom Brady is not a little boy. That dude is 6'4", 220 pounds. He is not a little boy. So bringing him down is not easy, number one. Number two, if you do bring him down, it's going to be, he's not going to make he doesn't make a lot of mistakes to be getting injured like some of these younger quarterbacks trying to showboat and all the other crazy stuff. So, and
just so y'all know, Dak Prescott got his new contract, but Tom Brady isn't even on the list for top 10 paid quarterbacks. This is just 2020 though. He's not even on the list.
Let's talk about that.
Russell Wilson.
I'm glad you brought that up. Go ahead.
Russell Wilson at $53 million, Kirk Cousins at $40 million, which is disgusting. It's Carson Wentz at $39 million, which is also disgusting. Ryan Tannehill at $37 million. Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, Jimmy Garoppolo. Actually, no, he is on this list. He's tied. I'm sorry. Let me recap. He's tied at number 8 with Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers at $25 million. Teddy Bridgewater and Ben Roethlisberger.
Well, Phillip Rivers ain't on that list no more because he retired, but I know what you're saying.
Right.
But hold on a second, though. Two of the most prolific quarterbacks in NFL history that far down on the top 10 list? In Drew Brees and Tom Brady?
They want to win, man. They want to win.
So
Crazy, right?
That question, that just answered it for us both right there. Mm-hmm. Drew Brees ain't won no... he won one Super Bowl about, almost 10 years ago. But, Tom Brady, look, you take one for the team. Tim Duncan did it. Let's go there with it. Because Tim Duncan is probably one of the greatest players of all time. Top 10, easy.
And then I found a new list. So let me do the new list now with...
All right, just let me finish my thought, though, real quick. Because... Tim Duncan did it in basketball too. First, last, and you can look it up. I'm almost positive I'm right. But for the last 5 years of his career, I don't think he made any more than $10 million a year because he wanted to win and he wanted them to have the pieces in place to be able to win a championship.
Yeah,
and they did, right? I think they won. Did they win last 5? Yeah.
So yeah, that was a 2020 list. Now with the new list, to recap what I said, to take back what I said again, I'm going to look at this list, but I don't think Tom Brady's on this list. So it goes Patrick Mahomes, 2021, Dak Prescott at $42 million, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins at number 7, Carson Wentz at number 8, Matt Ryan, and then Ryan Tannehill. And that's the list for top 10.
Wow, so that second list, Brees and Brady are not on it. Okay.
Because Brees is gone.
Yeah.
Brady's not on it yet because these are the new contracts. So, they're paying people a lot more.
And that's kind of nice, or not nice, but that's kind of smooth what Dallas did with Dak Prescott, signing bonus, spreading it over 2 years. Normally, you get that guaranteed money on, up front. But let's go to this Dak Prescott thing. I understand he got his money now, but what do you think made Jerry Jones finally pull the trigger on this? Especially since he missed most of last season with that injury. A lot of people don't come back 100% or playing the same way they do from, injuries.
Mm-hmm.
especially with the leg injuries.
I think that he didn't come back, or I think there was no realistic chance of him actually getting Russell Wilson or a top flight quarterback, so he had to. I think that he probably entertained that idea for him getting Russell Wilson, and then the Seahawks was like, give me everything you got, and he was like, yeah, no, I'm just going to go with the quarterback that I had.
All right, OJ, I got a question. I got a question for you, OJ.
Okay.
Who's a better quarterback, Dak Prescott or Russell Wilson?
Actually, both of their numbers are quite similar. To tell you the truth, it's just that Wilson is the cheaper player. Obviously,
yeah, he's at $35 million right now, and Dak is at 42 because he just signed that contract.
Yeah. So you really can't go wrong with either one, because just put it this way, Dak is a younger version of Russell Wilson to me. You know. So
I think Russell Wilson is a little better under pressure though.
Yeah, of course
he is, and a little bit more accurate, and he's also a lot older. So, you know.
True.
You gonna blame the man for the year he was born?
No, yep. I ain't blaming him for that.
I'm just messing with you.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, Jerry Jones did the right thing. You know.
Yeah, well, he almost lost because he rolled the dice, and I'm gonna keep on saying it until he proved me wrong. Elliott's not worth the money that he got paid. Did he do the right thing from a professional standpoint to make sure money was in his pocket? Of course he did. But if I was Jerry Jones, them are the dice that I would have rolled. I would have said, so what? You know, running backs come a dime a dozen. Look at the draft this year. We got a lot of good running backs coming out that could have filled that spot. And even some that came out last year that did a pretty good job. So, I mean, to me, the running back position is the most expendable one on offense. Quarterback, not so much. Receiver, maybe a little bit, but the running backs, you can look. I can go pull somebody off the street to run running back.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, I mean that's what it looks like.
What he's hating to say, I'm gonna tell the audience what you really meant to say. What OJ is really saying is he don't want to tell me that I'm right. You think after 22 years you could at least say it was just one time. Anyway, moving on. All right, Eric, let's get on with this March Madness.
Hold on, I gotta do my rant.
Dude, you need to hurry up and get stuff queued up. We ain't got all night. Hurry up.
Yeah, we do got all night.
No, we don't.
I got one time. I gotta do my daily rant. All right.
Would you about to talk about LeBron?
Rant.
You talking about LeBron?
Man, look.
Hold up. Let me get my LeBron music ready. What you got for LeBron?
All right, here we go. You gonna let me talk?
Yep, go ahead, talk.
I just want to let y'all know Aaron Rodgers getting $33.5 million. That's a good contract, right?
So they say.
$33.5 million. While Kirk Cousins is getting $33 million. $33 million.
So basically what that says is Kirk Cousins is just as good as Aaron Rodgers. Is that what they're trying to say with them dollar signs?
He must be. He must be just as good as Aaron Rodgers. Honestly, I don't know why Kirk Cousins didn't win the MVP last year. I'm just not. I don't even understand. I'm confused. I'm confused. Why didn't he get the MVP last year? Why did Aaron Rodgers get it? Because we sure is paying this dude MVP money. Oh my God. To be fair, Jared Goff is getting $33.5 million from the Rams, but at least he went to a Super Bowl.
Hold up, remember Jared Goff ain't there no more. Remember, he's in Detroit.
I know he went. I'm sorry for the Detroit. He's getting $33.5 million. They took that contract. Detroit Lions is paying him $33.5 million, but at least he went to a Super Bowl. Is what I'm saying. So yeah.
Okay, so while we're talking about this, I'm gonna ask OJ. Is this new system of the swapping of quarterbacks for the Rams and the Pistons and the Lions gonna help either team?
For the short term, I think the Rams
are gonna get the better end of the stick. But long term, if Jared Goff can turn it around, the Lions made a good deal because they picked up his contract. He's a young guy. I think he's like 24, 25. And so he has a higher ceiling to go with. Where Stafford's up and I think he's 33 or 34. So the Rams are trying to win right now.
Well, I mean, if you're a Tom Brady type quarterback, he got another 10 years under his belt. So.
Right.
Tom Brady, he don't want to just be the best. He just wants to set the standard and the bar. So anybody that comes behind him, well, Tom Brady paid till he's 45. Tom Brady won 7 rings. Tom Brady won this. Tom Brady did that. He's everybody that comes after him, no matter what team they play for, is going to try to have to live up to that standard. He just had to do that, didn't he? He can't just be the GOAT with the 7 rings. He got to have, I got to play till I'm 45, or I broke all Dan Marino and John Elway's and Joe Montana's record, so I'm the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. So.
That's just Tom. He's competitive like that.
You always got to find a way to put that dude's name in there, don't you? Don't you?
Hey, I'm just letting you know.
Lord have mercy, help my soul.
They needed KD, James Harden, and Kyrie just to try and stop this dude, and Blake Griffin. It's cool though.
Yeah, I'd like to see how it's going to be like when all them dudes are healthy though. If they are going to be the beast from the East, if they are going to be at a run down the Lakers. But back to what you said, not to keep on jumping back and forth between subjects, but I don't think Aldridge is the key for the Lakers. San Antonio has one of the most prolific coaches in NBA history. If he can't settle him down and get him to do what he was doing over in Portland, I think he'd just be a major distraction and disruption to the Lakers' chemistry right now. I don't think that's that dude.
He just need to come off the bench. But yeah, I think he's soft, man. I think he's not,
Yeah.
Not a.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's soft because that one year that the San Antonio had when Kawhi Leonard was healthy and they were playing against Golden State and they blew him out in that first game, and then of course Kawhi went down. He should have stepped up as the next person in line on that team to get them, whatever. But like you said, I think he's soft. He's soft. He is. He remind me of Dwight Howard. What do you call them, OJ? Yeah. Them gentle giants?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Eric, let's get to this March Madness, and then we'll wrap it up with some other stuff.
Why Howard at least transition like he...
All right, Eric, when does the tournament start? Who's the top seeds? What's up? What you got for us?
I mean, I can give you the top seeds.
And I know I didn't ask you to look this up. Maybe OJ can look it up while you're telling us. Are they going to play the tournament in one big bubble, or are people going to be going from region to region?
Hold on, let me go back and find it. No, but I know that they are going to play in Indiana. I'm not sure. Maybe OJ can look it up. I'm not sure if it's going to be just Indianapolis or the whole state. I mean, I'm sure it's probably going to be the whole state of Indiana because they got 68 teams. And how can you fit 68 teams in one bubble? Right? So
they're going to have different venues.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look it up.
Oh, here we go.
See, they could have brought that junk to Minnesota. They could have played a game at the Target Center or a game at the U.S. Bank Stadium. Then they could have used the Gophers venue. Hey, we got all kinds of stadiums they could have used.
Yeah.
Within driving distance. Actually, you could catch the train to all of them if I'm not mistaken.
True.
Can't you, Quail? Can't you catch the light rail from the Target Center and Target Field all the way to the Gophers stadiums? If I'm not mistaken, yeah, you can, because it goes down Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So you ain't even gotta pay for parking.
Here's the schedule. Here's the schedule, bro. So,
all right.
Selection Sunday, March 14th.
All right. I don't want the whole rundown of the schedule because it starts with 64 with a 65th getting a seed.
Right.
This, that, now. Right. But who's the top seeds?
All right, so we got Gonzaga, Baylor, because it seems like it's Gonzaga and everybody else. At least it's what this year. All right, let's see. Yeah, Gonzaga, Baylor's the number 1 seed, Illinois, Michigan. So that's 4 number 1s. So there's 2 from the Big Ten. Actually.
Surprisingly,
yes. You want the 2s?
Nah, we ain't gonna go with the 2s. But I'm kind of surprised. Is North Carolina, Duke, Kansas, any of them big name ballers that are usually up there in there? Not UNLV because they ain't been good in a minute. Syracuse.
You know what? Let me go look because.
Who else? Texas.
Yeah,
North
Texas
Carolina.
Texas. Let me see.
Temple used to be good.
Iowa. That's Ohio's.
That's 2 more Big Ten. That's 2 more Big Ten teams you just named.
Yep. So Alabama, Iowa, Ohio State.
COJ, the SEC ain't running the basketball table this year. Now what?
Nope.
Hey, SEC is football country.
No, you always got an excuse for something, don't you?
Hey, when it comes to basketball, then it becomes like Big 12,
Big
ACC,
10.
Stuff like that.
LSU was a number 9 seed, but in Florida too. I think they're 10, but so as far as like I said,
what you got for us on the location of the tournament?
The location?
Yeah, where are they gonna play it? I mean, because they're bubbling it, right? They're gonna play in the same.
Yeah, playing in the bubble.
Indiana, or I guess OJ said Indiana.
Yeah, I think it's Indiana.
But honestly, I haven't watched no college basketball. I haven't watched one college basketball game this year. I guess we can't say sports talk coast to coast if we ain't watching all sports, huh?
Well, actually, they are playing their conference tournaments right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to affect the seed that when the tournament starts on the 14th. Why are they starting on a Sunday? They usually start on a Wednesday.
Actually, the
Selection Sunday. Selection Sunday's always been there.
The South region is going to be in West Lafayette, Indiana. The West region is going to be in Bloomington, Indiana.
SEC tournaments. Nashville, Tennessee. Looks like.
Yeah.
Nashville, Tennessee, Bridgestone Arena.
Well, yeah, that's the SEC tournament, but he's talking about the NCAA tournament. So you said West Lafayette, Bloomington, and what else? The South region?
The West Lafayette, they're going to have the South, and they're going to have what was I looking at?
So is the Elite 8 or the Sweet 16 all going to be in one location then, or are they going to decide that when it comes around?
Let me see what the schedule. Let me see what it says.
It looks like Lucas Oil Arena is where the Final Four is going to be, but they're also going to host the Midwest region. So between Bloomington, West Lafayette, and Lucas Oil Arena is where the tournament is going to be held. Those 3 venues.
All right.
I mean, I guess that's big enough for 68 teams. I mean, plus you're going to have like the first 4.
Is it 68? I thought it was 65 with their top seed getting the bye. Is it 68 now?
I think it's the first 4. I mean, is it the first 4?
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
Look, don't give me the line. I don't even watch it. All right. Yeah. Anyway, anything on baseball, OJ? I know I didn't ask you to get anything, but the season opener got to be coming up here pretty soon. Some of the players are not happy about.
College ball is playing, I know.
I did see an article.
They reopened the practices.
Yep.
Okay, and I did see an article that said nobody at the All-Star game got COVID, so I guess that's a good thing.
That's good.
As far as your baseball, I didn't get anything, but let's see what I can pull up.
See how your Rays gonna bounce back after losing the World Series last year.
Hey, we got the best team in the East, man.
You can be the best team in the East, but you wasn't the best team in the world last year because them Dodgers put that thing on you. How y'all gonna be up 3-1 and lose? What's up with that? I guess they was hanging around Golden State too much because they've done it a couple times. So.
Hey, I can't really complain because the Dodgers got them bats just like the Yankees, and that's what caught up to them. Their pitchers got tired and they just started hitting it, going for yard on them.
Well, I mean, OJ, you gotta props to your Lightning too, bro. They're doing pretty good.
I mean, I guess y'all won the Super Bowl. Y'all didn't need to win the we would have never heard of anything from you if we had a y'all win the World Series.
Anywhere else, no.
Oh yeah, because we would have had the
because it's bad enough that y'all almost win the hockey championship.
No, we did win the hockey championship.
Y'all did win the hockey championship. Then y'all went to the NBA Finals with Miami. Boy, we wouldn't have heard of end of it if you had won all those. No. We didn't want to hear all that. Nope.
Yeah, we glad.
Nope.
Lakers Nation.
Lakers Nation.
All right. Before we wrap it up, I guess it's the second half of the season about to start. Maybe started tonight. I don't know.
I think it started tonight.
But is the Lakers still on top in the West?
That is a definite negative, sir. I already know that. The Jazz is up on at the top.
Jazz been balling.
Yeah,
Jazz been balling.
And who's number 2? Phoenix. Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix up there.
Check it out. I told y'all need to watch out for
OJ, the season is not over yet.
Yeah. That's one thing. And 2, yeah, them boys are young. They gotta show something now. You always get teams like that.
Yeah, I picked Utah to be my sleeper in the West because them boys be balling. They won 10 straight before the Lakers beat them. Not the Lakers, but the Clippers beat them in overtime. I think it was some lucky shot that Kawhi hit. Probably one of them bounce around the rim shots he put up in Toronto. That dude don't impress me no more. He done got soft, man, since he left San Antonio. It's like he don't even care no more. He just playing to get paid. He does enough for so people don't talk about him. But he's not playing. He's not the dominant, full-rounded player that he was when he was in San Antonio. Not to me.
Speaking of basketball, y'all want to pick this tournament? Or you want to do that later?
We'll do that later.
Okay.
The Hornets in the 6th seed? Wow.
That actually doesn't surprise me. They got a squad. They just got to gel together.
I mean, they 17 and 18. They still losing.
They got one of them ball brothers, and then they got what's his name from the Lakers from a couple of years ago when they sent Anthony Davis over there.
Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, Ingram's actually pretty good. He just needed.
And they got that baby Shaq over there, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I forget his name now.
Zion.
Talking about the Hornets. No, it is not Zion.
I thought y'all was talking about New Orleans.
No, you're talking about Charlotte.
I'm talking about Charlotte. Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Go ahead. I was just saying Michael Jordan got that pick right. That's all I was gonna say.
But everything else, nope.
So New Orleans, where they at? New Orleans Pelicans 15 and 21. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
They make it a last seed in the playoffs if they're lucky.
Right.
I mean, that's just me. I'm not being biased at all. I mean,
yeah.
How the Spurs make it to the 7th seed? They finna
so who's number 1 in the East though?
The 76ers.
Oh, okay. I'm glad. Yeah. Doc Rivers, I think he got a bad rap over there in LA and with the Clippers. I didn't think that was good for him to begin with. So.
No, he's a good coach.
Talk about a quick turnaround. I mean, dang, look at that. Philly
really, he turned that team around.
And
I don't know.
no
Hey,
defensive
OJ,
players.
is Embiid going to be more than just, he's going to come up tomorrow? Or is Doc going to groom him into being that big player that down the stretch that can make the shot?
I don't know, but Embiid, he balling, man.
He doing good.
He came out like a whole new man.
And that's because he heard you talking about him last season.
Yeah. When it came down to it, man, I'd definitely rather have Embiid than Karl Anthony Towns, man. Damn.
Yeah.
What about Ben Simmons? Is he staying healthy?
I don't think so. I don't see him even on his roster right now. Let me see. Seth Curry, Joel Embiid, Danny Green, Dwight Howard. I don't even see him on the roster. So maybe not. Tobias Harris. Let me see. He should be on. I ain't heard no injury. I think he all right.
That's a
transaction history either.
I mean, because that's always been a big knock on him. He was a good player coming out of college, but, he just...
He only been hurt. He was only hurt last year. That was, the first time he was hurt.
No, technically he was hurt his rookie season. That's why because he got hurt the first game of the season, and so he was out the whole year. So they counted his next year as his rookie season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yep. His first year in the NBA, he played one game and got hurt, and I don't even think it was a full game. All right. Anything else before we wrap it up, fellas? Because when is the draft, OJ? April what?
29th.
All right. So I guess we'll be paying attention. Maybe we'll come back and do a pre-draft show, or maybe we'll just come back and talk about the dumb mistakes that some teams made afterward.
Yeah. Ben Simmons.
We're waiting 2 weeks again.
I don't know yet. I'll let you know.
Okay.
What you about to say, Quail?
I said, yeah, Ben Simmons is active. He just ain't doing nothing. He averaging 16 points a game.
I mean, that's a decent contribution.
He got to be the second best. He got to be the second best player on the team now. That ain't 16 points ain't gonna do it. 16, 7, and 7. So that's actually pretty good. Never mind. 16, 7, and 7 is decent. So, yeah.
But Tobias Harris is the one that makes it go around. He's that third player for him.
What's Brooklyn's record?
They are. Let's see. They are 24-13, one game behind the 76ers at 24-12.
Now y'all know if the 76 or not 76, but if Brooklyn ends up being good at the end, I'm not giving a national credit. You can't get credit when you already had the groceries in place. He didn't do nothing to that team except show up. I'm just letting y'all know.
And the Knicks is the 5th seed. I ain't never seen that coming.
Your boy Julius Randle is balling.
I was about to say, give it a week.
He finally emerged a little bit.
That's the superstar in New York, Julius Randle.
You act like it's hard to be a superstar in New York.
And it's hard to be. The East is still kind of shaky.
Yeah, Boston has disappointed me though, as usual. But what can you do?
Boston, the Heat, they ain't doing too well. The Raptors, they not the team anymore.
I'm not actually surprised about the Raptors. They pretty much dismantled that team.
Slowly. They just Adebayo is supposed to be that. Well, not Adebayo. Who's that? Is it Adebayo? No. So who that? He
Siakam?
That's Van Pelt.
No, that's
you talking about the Raptors, right?
Yeah, the Raptors. Who was supposed to be the guy?
The Van Pelt and the other and Kyle Lowry.
No.
The backcourt.
No, I'm thinking of.
You talking about Siakam?
A big guy.
Siakam, Pascal Siakam.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be the guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, right now he ain't that dude.
He ain't that dude. They finna get rid of Kyle Lowry. and they finna Cape Van Vliet and see.
Might as well get rid of them and get something for them while they can. So
Yeah, Kyle Lowry getting up there.
all right, thanks for joining us, and we'll see y'all next week. All right, what a great show. We'd like to thank everybody that joined us today. Remember, you can catch us on the platforms, whether it's Twitter at Stir It Up Live, Facebook, same name, different platform. And of course, we're on YouTube Live and the podcast platform. For all of us here at Stir It Up, thanks for joining us.